Pyramid teacher, why are you talking the same way? Some people can grab the point at the beginning, and I'm always going around and around. I can't get to the point.
Because they know how to draw conclusions first, and then give reasons. Thinking and expression are pyramid structures.
What is a pyramid structure? It sounds so tall.
Say the most important first, and then the secondary. It's a pyramid. At the top is the conclusion, and below is the evidence.
Wow, does that mean when we usually speak at the debriefing, we should directly state the conclusion, instead of slowly laying the groundwork?
That's right. Decision makers value conclusions most. They don't have time to wait for you to build up. To grab their attention, you can directly show your trump card.
What a painful realization. Last time, I failed to focus on the key points. A 3-month project proposal was rejected. All the efforts of the team were wasted. The leader interrupted me on the spot and asked what I meant.
Leadership time is precious. They need answers, not processes. First say I suggest doing A, and then Y.
But that doesn't work in reality at all, does it? Don't leaders like to listen to reports and start from the beginning? Is it too abrupt for me to say the conclusion directly?
This is an illusion. In fact, it is more convincing to say the conclusion first. Because the human mind likes to know what and then why. The higher the level, the more so.
Wait, are you saying that the higher up the leadership, the more they like this way of talking?
That's right. They make dozens of decisions every day. They don't have time to hear your entire story.
So I've done another stupid thing. I told the leader all the information at once, thinking that the more information I give, the more professional I am.
Information overload will only drown out the key points. The human brain can only process 5 to 9 pieces of information, and more than that will cause confusion.
Will the leader think I'm not professional?
On the contrary, they think you're not thinking clearly. True professionalism is to distill the core information.
So how should I organize this information? You can't just say the conclusion without giving details, right?
Group similar information together. Each group of no more than 7 points forms a logical block.
Be specific. How to group?
Just like categorizing mobile apps. For example, financial data in one group, market feedback in one group, risk analysis in one group, then prioritize within each group.
Oh my God! Turns out that's why some people can get ideas accepted with just a few words. And my proposal that I had been preparing for days was rejected within 3 minutes. It's so heartbreaking.
Yes, in workplace communication, telling stories is infectious. Reasoning is persuasive. But stating the conclusion first is the most efficient. Influence is not about content, but about structure. Structure is persuasion.
I felt like my workplace dilemma was suddenly illuminated. Tell me what the most persuasive expressive structure looks like.
Don't sell it. Top-down syllogistic structure. First, the conclusion. Then divide the argument. And finally, the supporting evidence.
Sounds a bit abstract. Can you make it more vivid?
Like an inverted tree structure. The brain likes this kind of clear path, with distinct layers from trunk to branch.
Sounds reasonable, but can you give a specific example? What should I say if I want the team to adopt my plan?
With that said, I suggest option A, because it can solve 3 key problems: high cost, low efficiency, and poor user experience.
Is it that simple? Do you need to add details?
Of course, let's go on to specifics. It can reduce costs by 30% and increase efficiency by 50%, and increase user satisfaction by 40%.
Got it. Let's talk about the conclusion first. Choose a and give 3 reasons. What about the interview? The last interview I had was about introducing myself. Barbara talked for 5 minutes, and the interviewer looked blank.
It also applies, I am very suitable for this position, because I have 3 advantages: professional skills, teamwork, and problem-solving ability. For example, in my previous company, how I used my professional skills. To solve what problems, how did you work with the team, and what projects were completed?
Wait a minute, I have a question. Our team leader likes to hear stories. He always says to start from the beginning. Is the pyramid structure still applicable in this situation?
Good question for storytelling leaders. Miniature pyramids can be used. Summarize the conclusion in 1 sentence, then tell the full story. And finally, emphasize the conclusion and revelation.
Can it be understood as telling the truth of this story first? It's telling a story, and it's emphasized at the end. So what I want to say is
precise understanding so that even storytelling has a framework, and the listener won't get lost in the details.
Gosh, I never thought of that. Why do senior leaders especially like this? While grassroots leaders sometimes prefer to hear details.
Because hierarchy determines thinking patterns. Top-level leaders need to make macro decisions. They are accustomed to conclusion or frontline managers are responsible for execution. They focus more on process details. Therefore, a person's way of expression, in fact, it completely exposed his thinking level and workplace height.
This is so true.
That's right. Confused expression reacts to confused thinking. But the pyramid structure of expression shows that you are mature in thinking. and respect the other person's time.
This is an invisible threshold in the workplace.
Indeed, many people are blocked in promotion. It's because their expression reveals their thinking limitations.
All my workplace confusion was solved. What if you encounter a situation with opposing positions, such as the leader opposes my idea at the beginning? How can I persuade the other party in this way?
Find common ground as the top-level conclusion, and gradually lead to your point of view. Start from the premise that the other party can accept, and logically derive to your conclusion.
Sounds a bit complicated. Can you give a specific example? I really want to learn this trick.
For example, we all want to increase sales. The data shows that the new market has huge potential. Therefore, I suggest increasing market investment.
Isn't this the so-called reverse pyramid?
That's right. Find common ground and then derive differences. The key is to guide step by step without jumping to the opposite.
Can you be more specific? How to carry out this kind of logical guidance?
Specifically, we can start from 3 aspects: common interest points, supported by objective data, progressive derivation. Every step should make the other person nod in agreement.
Wow, this is awesome. I finally get it. Why are some colleagues able to easily persuade leaders to accept their ideas? Then I usually write emails to do PPT should also use this structure, right?
It applies to any form of communication. Write the conclusion in the first paragraph of the email. The first page of the PPT points out the theme. Don't be suspenseful.
Isn't this the so-called getting to the point?
Yes. To get straight to the point is respect for other people's time, and also a demonstration of ability, especially in the workplace. Cutting to the chase is a professional performance.
When I used to write emails, the first paragraph is hello, I hope everything goes well. Now it seems to be a waste of time for the other party. Do you have any special skills when doing PPT?
Put a conclusive title at the top of each slide. Don't use general titles like project progress, but use a title like sales increased by 30%, which is an informative title.
That is to say, every slide should have a golden sentence as the title.
That's right. Let people understand the content by reading the title. If you read all the slide titles together, you should be able to understand the whole story.
I see. No wonder the PPT I do always feels mediocre, and leaders forget it after reading. So if the information is particularly complex, how do I organize it? After all, problems at work are usually complex.
Use the MECE principle. Independent of each other, completely exhausted. Make sure the categories don't overlap and cover everything.
What does MECE mean?
It means cutting the problem into non-overlapping pieces, and can be put back together into a complete picture.
To be honest, that sounds pretty hard to do. Is there an easier way? I'm worried about using it in reality.
They can be ranked chronologically, spatially, or in order of importance. The key to organizing information is to have clear organizing principles. Don't stack them randomly.
Is there any simple and easy way to operate?
Start with simple methods. For example, divide the information into current situation. Solutions, actions, and recommendations are 4 parts. This is the most basic pyramid structure.
It's amazing! It feels like this isn't just a technique, but a kind of thinking upgrade. I now understand why I never get promoted.
The pyramid principle is essentially a method of logical thinking. Mastering it can restructure your way of thinking.
What would it change?
It not only changes expression, but also changes the way you think and make decisions. It makes you start from the essence of the problem, instead of being confused by appearances.
To be honest, I'm most afraid of communicating upwards, especially when reporting to the big boss. I always feel my brain goes blank with tension. Last year's year-end review, I completely forgot my words, which was embarrassing.
Because you don't think in a structured way. When preparing, write down the core conclusion and 3 to 5 support points to form a skeletal framework.
But writing down and saying it are 2 different things.
You can hold the key even when you're nervous. With this skeleton, it's like having a map. Even if you panic, you won't get lost.
But I had a problem on the spot. Thinking is still messy. What's the way to deal with it? Especially when the leader suddenly interrupted me.
Prepare a 30-second and a 3-minute version, no matter how many times you are interrupted, ensuring that the core point can be finished. Just like GPS re-navigation, you can always go back to the main road.
A problem I often encounter is that leaders suddenly ask me some unprepared questions. I panicked, and I ended up saying a lot, but I didn't know what I was talking about.
Answer with a pyramid. Give a conclusive answer first, and then add 2 or 3 reasons. Don't think while answering.
Any tips?
So my advice is ... Then organize your language. This prologue gives you a few seconds to organize your thoughts.
Oh my god, this is so practical. Can I prepare some versatile pyramid structure in advance to answer? When I make a proposal, what is the most powerful thing to say in the opening golden 30 seconds?
Describe the problem you want to solve and the proposed solution in 1 sentence, and the expected effect.
Can you provide a specific example?
For example, this plan can increase sales by 30% within 3 months, mainly through 3 innovations: realize channel optimization, customer segmentation, and product upgrades.
I feel like I've missed so many opportunities. I have been communicating with my leaders in the wrong way for so many years. No wonder I never get promoted. Then how should I train this way of thinking?
Practice summarizing the key points of articles or meetings. In one sentence, clarify the core 3-point support, forcing yourself to find the logical main line.
Is there any other daily practice method?
You can practice refining topic sentences by watching the news and reading. Give yourself 5 minutes a day to summarize the day's work in a pyramid structure. Over time, it will become a habit.
It makes sense. Many professionals think their ideas are good, but it's just not recognized. Why is that?
Because they only focus on the correctness of content and ignore the structural expression. Correctness does not equal persuasiveness. So, how to say is more important than what to say. In the workplace, what you say is often more important than what you say. Good ideas with poor expression are like good wine in a leaky glass, and it's gone when poured out.
I completely realized it. So mastering the pyramid principle, you have the ability to be heard and valued. It's an invisible weapon in the workplace.
Yes, logic is the most powerful persuasion, and structure is the most powerful expression. It's the hidden code for career advancement.
Hearing you say that, it feels like the previous communication was in vain.
Only by mastering it can your voice be truly heard. No matter how good the idea is, it is zero if it cannot be expressed.
I feel like I've suddenly become enlightened. Can you summarize the essence of the pyramid principle? It's the kind of core gist that you can remember in one sentence.
Prioritize the important over the secondary. Conclusions before reasons. Frame before details. Top-level thinking, structured expression. This is the pyramid principle. The pyramid principle that gives power to your thoughts.
It's so enlightening. I finally understand why the same content. There's so much difference in impact. It literally reinvented my whole understanding of workplace communication.
Expression structure determines the power of thought. People who think pyramidally can stand up and see farther and speak more clearly. From today onwards, let your every speech speak directly to the hearts of the people and make your ideas truly seen.
This is definitely the most valuable workplace advice I've heard. After learning this, I feel like I can avoid 10 years of detours.
Mastering the pyramid principle, your thoughts can truly be seen, and your value can be fully recognized. This is the key to changing your career destiny.